Welcome to The Explainer. What if the real secret to getting wiser isn't about having all the answers, but actually about asking the right questions every single day? So today, we're going to dig into the power of a teachable mind and how just the simple act of daily learning might be the most direct path to some serious wisdom.
Okay, let's kick things off with this really powerful idea. It frames the entire world as one giant school. The point here is that wisdom isn't some mountain you climb just once and you're done. Nope, it's the daily practice of just showing up to class, ready for whatever the new lesson is, no matter how much you think you already know.
So if life is a school, that begs the question, what kind of student are you going to be? This brings us to our first big idea, what it really means to be a lifelong student. We're going to explore this mindset that the source material calls a teachable fellow. It's someone who sees every single day as another shot at growth.
So what does being a teachable fellow actually look like? Well, it's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most open person in the room. It's that humility to just accept that anyone, from a top expert to a little kid, has something they can teach you. It's all about adding their wisdom to your own.
And this is where it gets really interesting. This kind of mindset, it creates this incredible positive feedback loop. See, the more you open yourself up to learning, the more understanding you're actually given. It's a cycle. Being willing to learn attracts more wisdom, which then makes you even better at learning. It just builds on itself.
All right, so if we're all in on learning, how do we actually go about it? Well, it turns out there are basically two main paths to get knowledge. Our source material puts it really simply. You can choose the easy way, or you can choose the hard way. Let's break down exactly what that means.
In this picture, this analogy, it just perfectly nails the difference. Imagine a child standing in front of a fire. They've got two options. Path one is pure curiosity. They touch the flame, get burned, and yeah, they learn from the pain. Path two is caution. They listen to a warning and learn from wisdom instead. It's a powerful metaphor for the choices we face every day.
Now, check out how this breaks down the two paths. The teachable person, they listen, they avoid pain they don't need to feel, and they grow wiser because of it. The unteachable person, though, they run straight for the danger, they get hurt, and then they have to learn while nursing wounds that were totally avoidable. It really reframes wisdom, doesn't it? It's not just about knowing stuff, it's the practical skill of sidestepping unnecessary trouble.
Okay, let's see how this works in the real world with our first case study, a king. We're going to look at how this exact principle of teachability pretty much defined the leadership of one of ancient Israel's most famous rulers, King David.
You'd think a king would be the ultimate authority, the one with all the answers, right? But the thing that made David so amazing was the complete opposite. He had this deep humility and was always willing to ask for guidance. He never just assumed he knew it all.
And look, this wasn't just about collecting facts. You can see from his requests here, he wanted to be taught paths for direction, rules for discipline, good judgment for leading people, and how to line up with a purpose bigger than himself. It was a complete 360-degree hunger for wisdom.
So, what's the big takeaway from his life? Well, his legacy wasn't built just on military victories or accumulating power. The real roots of his greatness were planted in his teachability. His strength came from his willingness to always be a student.
Now, let's go from talking about one leader to a whole community that was known for their hands-on approach to learning. We're talking about the Bereans, and their method is basically a masterclass in critical thinking.
The source material actually calls this community noble. So what did they do to earn a title like that? It had nothing to do with royal blood or money. Their nobility came from something else entirely.
Their method was this brilliant three-step process for learning. It's so good. Step one, they took in new information with a totally open mind. Step two, they were diligent. They went and searched the sources themselves every single day. And step three, they were critical thinkers. They verified everything to see if it held up. Receive, search, verify. Simple, but powerful.
And this right here gets to the absolute heart of it. True nobility, in this sense, isn't something you're born with. It's a mindset you earn. It's that combo of having a hunger for truth and the humility to actually go look for it, day in and day out.
Okay, so we've looked at a king. We've looked at an entire community who lived out this teachable mindset. So what does that mean for us? Right here, right now. How do we take these ideas and actually apply them in our own modern school of life?
The core takeaway is really a direct challenge. Can you commit to a daily discipline of learning? To be a student not just when it's easy or when you feel like it, but every single day, just like those Bereans.
And that brings us to the final and most important question. This isn't for somebody else. It's a personal challenge for every single one of us. As you go about the rest of your day with this idea of an open and teachable mind, just ask yourself this: what is one thing I am willing to learn today?